Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have ordered some new drugstore makeup. Some of it is stuff I've had a little while, like the eyeshadow, but then there's a bunch of new stuff that I saw on Ulta and I had a coupon, so I ordered some of it. So let's just try it out together. There's lots of Morphe, lots of Makeup Revolution. So let's get into it. All right, so to start, I've already prepped my face. I've got SPF, moisturizer, and I already filled my eyebrows in. So let's go. I have two under eye products. Full disclosure, I tried this one this morning, and I have since showered and washed everything off because I fell asleep after I dropped my kids off at school. My head was killing me. So this one I really liked. There's another Morphe concealer that I really like. I can't remember what it's called. It's like their Radiant, I can't remember what it is. God, I've been really trying to not say And then the other is this new Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I get the feeling this one doesn't have a ton of coverage. This one to me covers really well, so I'm gonna start with this one because I haven't used it yet. And I'm gonna tilt my mirror up a little bit more and see what kind of coverage it has and how much it brightens. I think people are saying, I've seen several content creators kind of relating this to the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I haven't tried that one, but I don't typically love under eye brighteners because I do like, there's an e.l.f. one that I enjoy, and then there is the, what's the other, it's Becca, the Becca under eye brightener. That actually has pretty decent coverage and it is quite brightening. I'd honestly be okay with this for a kind of quick cover and go look. I feel like that covered quite well. That's very nice, and it's, I have tons of little hairs. Like how do I have a hair growing this far out? It's not wanting to stick right there. That could just be my crazy skin right now. I like that. I want to play with it some more, but I like that. I'll put a little bit of this Morphe one on top. I have this one in the shade Blossom 01, and this one is the pink kind of corrector shade. But I use this as its own conceal, like just as my concealer this morning when I first got ready to go take kids to school. And I mean, you can see it has really good coverage, I think, and it brightens up really well. I would use that as its own just kind of day-to-day concealer. I like that a lot. Yeah, I like those together too. Those are a nice combo, and they don't, my under eyes are, something's going on with my skin and my under eyes. It's super dry, and I don't feel like it accentuates any more than I think it looks better than some of my other ones. Now, I got this new powder. This is the Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil. I played with this in store one day and was blown away at how soft it was. And it has a good little sheen to it. I don't know if you can see on my hand. I mean, looking in my mirror, I can see there's a good little sheen to it. So I'm going to, what's that? Yeah. Just set my under eyes lightly and my eyelids with it. I probably should have waited to do this because I'm going to use some cream products on my cheek, but it is what it is. So for cream products, I think these are newer. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Contour Balm. This is like a true contour color. It's very gray. But I'm very pale, and I mean, you can see it's gray, but I am very pale, so I kind of like having a grayer contour color for me because I think it doesn't look as orange as a lot of bronzers and cream bronzers at the moment. And it still kind of gives me, ow, a good kind of shape to my face. I've used this one a couple times. I also bought a cream blush in that same kind of range, and I liked that as well. But I've used this one a couple times and I've enjoyed it. I think it does well. It's not super long lasting, but I liked it. I also got this Morphe Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trio in Après Ski. This is the like bubblegum pink color. Now, I saw a bunch of people talking online about this middle kind of highlighty color being super glittery. It had a very glittery kind of overspray on it when I first got it yesterday. And I was just kind of playing around with it, and I noticed that that overspray kind of goes away. It's still very shimmery. It's not as like chunky glittery as it was, but it's very shimmery. So if you don't like shimmer, you probably will not like that. But I'll just use these two. I used this morning also for the first time, but I will just kind of mixed. I did it this morning and I'll do it again. The two creams together. Kind of play with those like that. But I think those go on really nicely. Now I am going to use the powder and just try and set that a little bit. And I think this would be a really nice blush to do a monochromatic look with if you were to take this and just kind of run it all over your... My phone cut off. I don't know what it last caught, but I'm going to use this Revolution highlighter. To me, they're very clearly trying to dupe the Rare Beauty highlighters. I kind of compared it to it last night, just once I brought it upstairs and was looking at my products, and oh, hang on. Better? Okay. It is super, so to me, this is the closest highlighter. There is another one that I think is very similar that it's a different kind of texture than this, but I think Drugstore is the closest, second to this, that I have found. I don't know if it's still available. I need to research. This is, it's not as soft, but it is very close, I think, to the Rare Beauty highlighters. And you can see it goes on the cheeks very similarly to how the Rare Beauty highlighter goes on. Very intense highlight. I'm gonna set my face. I thought I grabbed the Milani, but I did not, so I'm just gonna use. So for eyeshadow, this is not super new. I bought it January, February. It's e.l.f.'s Keep It Ethereal. It's obviously a dupe of the Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette. I never got that, and I completely regret that I did not. I wish I had. I enjoy using this one because it's a pretty color palette. I wish that I had gotten that one. So I'm just gonna do a quick little eye look with this. I'll probably speed through this part. Just a quick little thought. These shimmer shades are very crumbly. I don't know if you can tell on there, but they're very crumbly. All right. My go-to Juvia's Place, the Try Volume 3, to highlight my inner corner. And then for eyeliner, I swatched these. I don't know if these are new. This is new to me, but I swatched these in store and it lasted 24 hours on my hand. You can see right here where I swatched it last night. I have now showered. I had a horrible headache when I woke up, and I woke up at 4 with a migraine. So I showered last night, this morning at 4, and then just now. And so this is after 3 showers that it's still, you can see the remnants of it on my hand. So they're dual-ended liners, and I have Want and Need. It's like a dark brown and shimmery brown. So I'll use the dark brown to do my upper waterline, tight line. And then I'll use the kind of shimmery brown to do my lower waterline. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay. So, mascara. This thing has been all over TikTok. It is the Maybelline Colossal Bubble. It has an interesting wand. I don't really understand. It's kind of curved. It's not even really curved. It's got a weird little kink to it. And then you can see the bristles are just kind of sporadically placed. There's spots where there's no bristles, and then there's short bristles, and then long bristles. I did use this morning. I will say I didn't go bananas over it. It was not my favorite mascara I've ever tried. But sometimes mascaras, honestly, mascaras are probably my favorite makeup item I like to test out and try. This one I don't love immediately. However, it's a pretty wet formula, so maybe it just needs a little bit of time to kind of dry out a little bit. And then it really kind of comes into its own. So I'll give it some time. I'll give that a second and kind of dry a little bit. And I always do a tubing mascara on my lower lashes, and usually it's the e.l.f. So I'll do that. And then go back in and do another coat or two. It's fine, but just kind of initial first thoughts. It's feathery, but it's not as volumizing and as lengthening as I like. But again, it just may take it a little bit of time to really be as good as it could be once you open the tube and get it going. It doesn't build up with volume as much as with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Big Deal does. That one, to me, in 2 coats, it's insane volume and length. And this one I just don't get as much of what I see from that. It builds well, and it doesn't look super chunky, but I don't know. It's just not as good to me as some of my other ones that I like more, but I'll keep playing with it. right, lip. I am obsessed with these new e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip balms. I have the strawberry is it milkshake? Strawberry milkshake, and then this is the blackberry sorbet. I've had a stomach bug. It hit me over the weekend. My kids and I have all had it, and everything makes me nauseated still. However, I was at Target yesterday. I had to go to the ENT, and I went to Target to go pick up a prescription afterward, and I wanted to get the coffee one, but I'm just very concerned with my stomach the way that it is still, that coffee artificial smell is going to not sit well right now with my stomach the way that it is, and then I won't ever want to use it. So I'm going to hold off on getting that one, and I already have two. I probably don't need more, but these are fantastic. I also got the new Maybelline. Hold on. Okay. I bought these new, what are these? Maybelline lifter glazes. Seen these all over TikTok, and I thought it was going to be like a lip gloss in a tube. And I'll be honest, the Revlon ones to me have more gloss to them than these. So I have the shade Pink Dip 002. And I don't know. I was expecting a whole lot more of a glossy look than this. And it's fine, but to me, it's not a whole lot different than if I were to just use like a light pink lipstick, like a satin or a cream formula lipstick. It's pretty. It's just not as glossy as I was hoping. These are fantastic. I'll put this one on top. These give so much shine and gloss. They are pretty pigmented. This blackberry one is a little bit more intense and deeper than the strawberry one. The strawberry one is just beautiful. You don't even have to look in a mirror to put it on, but yeah, I'm loving these. I'm gonna play with this some more, but it's not, again, just not my favorite. It's not as glossy as I was hoping it would be. So that's all the new stuff I have. I'll keep playing with it and give you my thoughts. Thanks for taking the time and doing makeup with me. I am so grateful for any time that you spend watching my videos. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna do I know I said in my last one I was gonna do a favorites or empties, but I'll do empties and then I'll do favorites kind of going forward. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. I'm gonna go make some lunch and finish doing my CME. Have a great day. Bye.